Thank you for being here, everyone. This group, I retired some years ago, everything that I've ever done, that mattered. This doesn't, in the sense that there's nothing at stake. So it's been really good to get back to doing something that was so important to me as a young man, that disappeared because of life. And now I'm interested in resuming some of that work. But this group, as much as anything else, is developmental. Okay, I'm hoping that we can reach out to the schools, to the English teachers, to the people up at CSU, but also in the community around developing a kind of community of writers, of poets. And you know, it's happening slowly, and it's good to see the range of people reading tonight and at our other sessions. We'll also try and at various times, I'd be keen to make greater use of the screen, so that as Mark was saying, the design on the page or on the screen is as important. Sight playing off against sound often. And when you're reading, you know, it's often a new thing to what's on the page. So there's a kind of, the performance is also an interpretation, a reinterpretation as we go. I'm going to read a few of these poems. Some of you will have heard before, others not. This one, it's called A Black Hole. There is a hole in the roof of the house next door. Each and every night the possums come and go. I don't know why it's there or what it's for, though I've watched it time and time again. I find myself returning to it, drawn to it, a black hole. I understand implosion, I think, therefore, waiting for something to slowly emerge, scratching at the air, something wicked, whispering a name. Are you there? My darling, darkling one, are you there? Faint sounds, strange signals in the tumult of trees, and shadows play in the branches around the hole in the roof of the house next door. I use the expression in talking with Mark about structure of feeling. It's from Raymond Williams, who's a cultural theorist, and he talked about the structure of feeling of a whole epoch. But I think it's a wonderful expression for what I think a poem is. My interests are in sound and rhythm and the shape of the poem. It's a kind of minimalism, I understand myself doing in various sorts of ways, but it's also that intimation of something else. Now, this poem is a poem that was published quite some time ago, actually, and it's not been read in. I've not read it in public before, so I'm interested to see how it goes, and I hope you like it. It's called Blue. Evening touches me lightly with fingers like a woman's. The sudden, half-heard flutter of startled wings. The sky, luminous against branches. Far off, across houses, a solitary dog cries out, yearning invisibly for the moon. All else now is utterly quiet, hushed, save only for the slow, steady beating of my own breathing. I imagine myself listening, conscious without urgent need for certain things, of my body gently disentangling spreading out an encompassing distance, standing here, breathing against the dark, watching the silence turn blue. I'm getting on years, so I notice that when I'm standing there, I'm just a little bit of a shake. So I'm going to use this as a support. I found this recently. I literally found it. It was in a box. It was written a while back, and I found a cache of poems from some time ago. And it's been fantastic to know they're there, to find them again, and then to do some work with them. This is one. This is called The Interim Anxieties, and it's prefaced by a quote from the Italian filmmaker Michelangelo Antonioni. Let's try thinking of a film with a morning and a night, but not the interim anxieties. That's Antonioni. It's the interim anxieties that matter most. Between the first bright moment, the first great shout, the bursting forth of blood and being, suddenly here, placed there, nameless, yet always already known, named. The histories carefully plotted, a graphic dream, the calculations made. This and the sudden announcement of one's absence. The body's flicker in and out of time, away into an ethereal realm of pure, impossible silence, like the most perfect bell ringing. It's the in-betweenness of everything that matters, that matters. I'm glad I found that one again. Now, this is one, I read it in our reading sessions. I read a version of this, an early version, if you like, because one of the things we're able to do in those less formal sessions is some developmental work. Okay. It's called Last Poem for Leonard Cohen. Of course, as you know, the great man died. One. So long, Leonard. You were always there for me, the constant soundtrack for my awkward, anxious history. Gone now, slipping away into the dark as you said you would, tracing the footsteps of your own Eurydice and trailing songs like flowers in your wake. 3. We're still here, Leonard, dreaming of a lost America and waiting for the trumpet's call. Silence seeping through the skin. 4. We hear you singing in the night, as eloquent as ever, spinning now like a satellite of love and trading melodies with Major Tom. 5. I wish you well, Leonard, in your slow, eternal journey through the cold, cold stars. Grateful always, your words remain. The last one. Talking of poetry. You talk to me of poetry. 1. Somewhere a child is being beaten and another is quietly crying in the dark, but nobody is there to hear or listening. 2. They line up in their tattered ranks, children, rifles cradled in their arms. Death stares out from behind their eyes. 3. A man drives his car into a crowded mall, brandishing his anger like a badge, and a child is flung through the bright air, a slow motion catastrophe unfolding in real time, while bodies twist and tear in a deadly choreography. A child washed up, lifeless on a beach, a world away and yet so close. And you talk to me of poetry.